Hello, I am Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express, and you are watching Hashtag Truth with Scott Larson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the air. Hashtag True. Tonight we have the one, the only, the many times been on the show, Big Country. How you doing, sir?
Scott, you forgot the most important part. Your
The
current
HWA.
reigning
Okay.
and defending HWA heavyweight champion.
Oh, okay. I got you. I try to forget that, but you know it.
Well, you can't forget it because it ain't going nowhere.
I got you, man. I got you. There's a lot of things going on out there at HWA. We're going to get to that real quick, but we're going to get to our first segment. And I'm doing things differently now, ladies and gentlemen. Before every segment, there's a little video telling you which segment we're going into. This will be the last time I ever say that. We'll just hit the video and go right into it. But here we go. This is the Tell Us About You segment. Big Country, I know you've done this many times on the show, but just in case somebody watches and they don't know who you are, tell everybody who you are other than the HWA heavyweight champion, how you got in the business, and how long you've been in the business.
I'm the Southern Punisher, Big Country. I've been doing this right around 20 years. I mean, of course, the way I got started was the way most people like me get started. Love for the business, found out about independent wrestling schools, went to one, got trained, and, the rest is history.
Right. So who was the biggest figure in getting you trained? Who was the first guy that, went up to you and said, "Hey, Big Country, let me teach you something"?
Well, what it was I moved to South Carolina, and I found out about Action Packed Wrestling in Chester, South Carolina. They had their own little wrestling school. And a friend of mine, Trinity Tharp, we always did backyard wrestling together. And he started training with them, but then he hurt his back. So he became a ring announcer for them. Trinity had a lot of background in music. So he was a natural performer, like being in front of crowds. So he transitioned over to doing their ring announcing. He had more of that style. I don't know if you remember. What was that show on MTV? Wrestling Society X. They had that ring announcer. It was more like rock and roll and death metal type. And so that was the type of ring announcer he was. And he said, "Hey, man," he said, "they got a good thing going on down here in Chester." He said, "Why don't you come down here, check out one of the shows, talk to the owner," which at the time was a wrestler by the name of Honest Doug Hawkins. And he said, "See about getting into the wrestling school and, seeing where you can go from it." I mean, I always did the stuff in the backyard. Might as well transition to the real thing. And I went down there, and it was funny because you remember the wrestler Jay Lethal.
Oh,
He
yes.
was doing he was still doing the Black Machismo gimmick, and he wrestled Frank Nash that night. And the atmosphere of it was so different, because I had been to WWE and WCW live events and everything, and the independent scene was just it was more raw, more down to earth. It wasn't so corporate and like that. And after the show, I met up with Doug, and he said, "Look," he said, "we got I believe it was Tuesday night." He said, "Show up. We'll see what you got. We'll test you out in there, and we'll see whether we need to waste our time or if it's just a drain.
Right, right.
So me and my friend Robert Mitchell showed up, and Robert was a real big fan of wrestling and wanted to do it also. Unfortunately for him, after about 3 or 4 bumps in the ring, the man couldn't tuck his chin and knocked himself silly, rolled out of the ring, and didn't get back in for the rest of the night. I stayed in there for about 4 hours that night. 98% of it was bumping. And I'll tell you, being a big guy, doing that much bumping, you learn a lot of respect real quick.
You learn how to take the aspirin afterwards, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, my friend Chad Wilson, who I used to work at a place called Rentway with, he was there. He was one of their up and coming stars. And Cole Maccabee, I know you know him,
right?
They were both there that night, and me and Chad knew what I had done the backyard stuff. And the last thing they did before I left the ring was Doug said, "Do something that's going to impress me." So I looked over at Chad, and Chad, shook his head, and I gave him a super kick, kicked him right in the jaw. And
now I remember the first time I ever saw you live wrestling. That's what got me, because me and you are both big guys. I mean, we're about the same size, to be honest. And I looked up there, and that was the first thing I saw you do, was that you super kick somebody. And I was like, and then the guy got in the corner, and then you choked him with your foot, like a super kick, but you were choking him. And I was sitting there going, guys like us are not supposed to be able to do that. And then I think toward the end of the match, you actually did, I can't remember what you call it, but it's like a turning drop kick or something. Spinning heel kick.
Yeah.
And I at that point, I was like, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite guys from now on. And we've been friends ever since. But we got a lot of people talking. We got Brew Capone saying, "What's up, fellas?" I know this guy's one of your favorite. He said, "How do you feel about the Warhammer, Joey Godfrey?"
Oh, is Joey Godfrey watching?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So what'd you think about Warhammer going up against you last week? The big surprise guy coming out and facing you. He did not accomplish winning because you have the belt on your shoulder right now, but how'd you feel when you saw it was Warhammer?
I tell you, Joey went deep into my past, even deeper than when he got James Johnson. I'm not any stranger to Warhammer. We all know his name is Mitch.
Right, Mitch Hurley, correct.
I was surprised because I figured, Joey wasn't smart enough to go that far back into my past. Heck, I didn't even know if Mitch was even doing this stuff anymore. He ain't been seen for the past year and a half. So,
at one time, back before he became Warhammer, he was the HWA heavyweight champion, and then just sort of disappeared. I don't know what happened, but
he held the belt for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was a drink of water. Robert Brown watching us over on YouTube. Thank you, Robert, for showing up the hashtag truth. Lafayette, Indiana in the building. He said, "What's doing good, Robert? Thanks for coming along. I'm sitting here interviewing Big Country, the HWA heavyweight champion. If you have any questions or comments, man, just you know what to do." Joey Godfrey also said, "Welcome to the Boom Boom Room." No, Joey, I moved out of the Boom Boom Room. I got my own. My wife's still in the Boom Boom Room. Ben, always never wrong, always right, says Kingman money bet 4 of you guys. I don't understand that. Kingsman money.
It's been right. I mean, he may never be right.
Oh, there we go. There we go. He finally got it right. Dusty Money beat 4 of the Kingsmen by himself. There it goes. Uh-oh. Them's fighting words, man.
That's a battle royal, dude. You throw people over the top rope. Did you pin any of them? No. He didn't beat anybody. He tricked them, if anything.
Oh, he won. He won the battle royal. He won the battle royal. But as far
as were you at? Where were you at, Ben? Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. Your fragile tail had a busted knee. It was on the outside with some crutches. How about you go and rub some Vagisil on that knee of yours and then come talk to me?
Right. I love it. I love it. Luke Childers, how you doing? Welcome to Hashtag Truth. Luke, you got to go check out Luke Childers' The Bottom Line page on Facebook. He interviewed none other than Big Country right here for a few minutes outside of HWA. Great interview. Go check out The Bottom Line with Luke Childers. Robert
But-
Brown said, Big Country, what's hanging, brother? And if I may ask, do you have a match coming up? We're going to get to that. I promise you, Robert.
Always got something coming up. But to go back to the Warhammer,
Okay.
Come on, Warhammer, get out of here.
That is a big
I
hammer,
ain't
though,
even gonna
bro.
lie. Yeah, of course, he's compensating. But I was surprised to see him walk through the curtain. But, of course, I haven't seen the guy in a year and a half. I wasn't even sure if he was, still breathing. So it's
Right.
the surprise went away, and then it came down to business. And at the end of the match, guess what? Still champion by hook, by crook. Oh, you cheated, blah, blah. Dude, it doesn't matter. If you still hold the belt, that's all that matters.
That's what it comes down to at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
But I do have a question. We're going to get to all your comments. I promise you. Keep them coming, guys. We will get back to them. I have one question for Big Country, though, because I just got to hear his answer. I wanted to ask him that night, but I had to leave right away after I wasn't feeling well. But how did it feel when you walked out and saw that your Kingsman brothers lost their tag team titles and they were sleeping in the ring? How did that feel?
Well, there's always hiccups in the road.
Right.
First, we had Kilgore. He lost his on a night that I wasn't there. We're dealing with that.
Conveniently, right?
And then the Kingsman trained. OVR trained to fight Mickey Richards and what was that guy's name? Oh yeah, that other jabroni I beat, Jackson Cage.
Right.
And when you're training for those two, you're not training for a higher caliber wrestler. I mean, Boogie's like what, 142 years old, and Jackson Cage couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. But so they were training. They dumbed down their training a lot to face those two. But then you bring in somebody as a surprise like Eric Anton, and it throws everything. He throws a wrench in it.
Right.
You try to re-scramble your mind to fight a higher caliber wrestler than what you were training for. And, they got tripped up. The sleeper hold, no offense. That's kind of an illegal move. That's a choke. I thought choking was
come on now. I've seen you use it quite a few times, Big Country.
Well, yeah, but I've never won a match with it,
Okay.
But
that's true.
But that's fine. They want to parade around like champions. That's cool. OVR is going to do what they do. They're going to regroup. Dude, they were undefeated before that. They did exactly what they said they were going to. They won the belts. Now they're going to regain the titles. So if they did what they said they were going to do the first time, why not believe they're going to do what they're going to do the second time?
Now, what do you think about the return of Eric Anton to HWA as he is the other member of the tag team champions now?
Well, if everybody remembers the last time we saw him, he was a part of a group that we will not mention.
Yes.
And he was considered a cancer of HWA. So you got rid of it, but now you brought it back. How smart is that? Right now, he's your little fan favorite because he's teaming with Boogie. But how long until the old Eric Anton shows its ugly face?
Oh my goodness, that's exactly what I said to the fans around me when I was sitting there. I'm like, he's Mr. and again, we won't use the faction name, but that's Mr. So and so, and he's being a good guy. He's Boogie. He just won, but we both know Eric Anton very well. That might not last too long.
He's playing the game. You gave him a tag team title shot. He's gonna act like Mr. Nice Guy. But
he got a pop now.
He's done using, yeah, he got a pop. He just hadn't been seen for a long time. He showed back up and was teaming with Boogie. Yeah, you put anybody out there with Boogie, they're going to get a pop. I could grab that little 5-year-old that's running around drooling all over themselves in the front row and stick them out there with Boogie, and guess what? He's probably going to get a pop too. But the fact of the matter is once he's done using Boogie and using the fans, he's going to show his true colors. He's a chameleon, man. He's He's a snake.
I have to agree with that, man. As much as it hurts me to say it, I have to agree with that. Let's get to some of these comments. Brew Capone said, last time I saw Mitch Hurley, he had a surfer gimmick gave to him by Robbie E. Yeah, he's come a long way from there. Joey Godfrey said, took 5 Kingsmen to take Warhammer out.
Didn't take 5 Kingsmen to take Warhammer out. I had Warhammer beat before that stupid idiot Chris Hamrick stuck his nose in our business. And you see what happened to him. He's still walking around with a towel around his head like a turban, still trying to get to stop bleeding. Freaking 5 Kingsmen. No, it took me. And then he came out with his big old hammer. I ain't getting hit with a hammer. Yeah, I got out.
Right? Everybody's going to, nobody wants to get hit with that thing. That thing's huge.
Yeah.
Robert Brown wants to know, Big Country, can I ask how long you've been in the business and who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Around 20 years. And favorite wrestler growing up was, well, the one that really caught my eye was the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. You know, when he threw Marty Jannetty through that barbershop window. Yeah, it was
made a lot of people cry.
I make a lot of people cry, so you know it's right in my house.
There you go.
But I also was a fan of the big men, you know, Vader, Jerry
talking my language now.
Bam Bam Bigelow, Big John
Dusty.
Studd,
You got to get
Ace Calhoun. I mean, all the big guys, you know, that everybody just every time they came.
You got to put Dusty in that list, man. You got to put Dusty Rhodes.
Oh yeah, you got to put Dusty Rhodes in there. But I mean, I didn't want to, you know, that was kind of a low hanging fruit right there.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Danny Darko, I think he's letting Danny Darko know the show's on. Ben Wright said it does not matter. Dusty Money. It doesn't not matter who Dusty Money beat the Kingsman by himself, and it was all such a sweet victory.
Dusty, go after that stupid level up championship, the Mid-Atlantic championship, or if your fragile partner can stop blowing out his knee every time he sneezes, go after them tag titles, because if you try to come after this bad boy that's over my shoulder right now, you did it all for nothing. It doesn't matter who you beat. If you're going to try to come for this, you're going to lose.
Missy Childers said, hey, Big Country and Scott. Hey, Missy, welcome back.
Missy.
Miss Julie Hester, Mama Hester said, hey, y'all. And Ben Wright said, and that's where you're wrong. They're not going to regain the titles because your new tag team champions will be Dusty and Ben.
No, our new tag team champions are the 143-year-old Mickey Richards and the snake chameleon himself, Eric Anton. I mean, okay. Did you blow out your knee or did you blow out one of your brain cells? Because, you know, they're the new tag team champions.
All right. Robert Brown says, questions for both Scott and Big Country. What kind of music do y'all like? What's your favorite music, Big Country?
I'm an eclectic. I have a wide variety of music. I don't limit myself to one genre.
That's me too.
Country, if it's got a good beat to it. I'll listen to rap. I'll listen to rock, R&B. You know, it really doesn't matter. I mean, I have a open palette when it comes to music.
If you listen to my MP3, it's around here somewhere, a little black MP3 I've got. You'd be surprised. There's everything from classical to country to rock to rap to gospel to it covers all the genres. I love all of them. So good question, Mr. Brown. I appreciate that. Joseph Burns said, where's the Redskins hat? It has been retired, sir. It has been retired. It got old. It got a little flimsy. So, yeah, it got put in the boneyard. It's not thrown away. It's over there. But, yeah, it's got retired from the show. Hey, guys, it's been a while. When did we start back up? We just started back up just now, and I had to bring in the one that's been here the longest and for a long time, had the longest show ever on Hashtag Truth. Somebody had to beat it. They just had to beat it. Jenny wants to know, what promotion are we talking about? We are talking about Heritage Wrestling Alliance, HWA in Rutherfordton, North Carolina. I will be showing a poster toward the end of the show. And we'll be telling you all about it. Robert wants to know, how about Tupac? Oh, I love Tupac, man.
Of course, man. I mean, if you don't like Tupac, go play in traffic.
Ben Wright's going to keep it up, man. I said we're going to be the new tag team.
Hey, Scott, do me a favor. Call his wife and tell her to take his phone away.
I can't do that, bro. I know their number, but I can't do that.
I'll make a phone call and make Destiny blow out his other knee.
Oh, snap. Bringing in my daughter, too. Wow. Okay.
No, I'm talking
Or
about his
his
wife.
wife. His wife, too. That's right. My daughter and his wife had the same name.
Hey,
You're
your
right.
daughter could probably blow out his knee. I mean, come on,
Probably
the
do
guy's
that,
Bradley
too,
Cooper.
right? Yeah. Big Country, who's your dream opponent?
Well, two of mine are unfortunately no longer on this earth, and that would be Vader and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Man. But if let's talk indies right now. Indies right now. Who is there anybody or let me reverse that. Is there anybody you would like to see challenge you for the HWA championship? That would be a good challenge.
There's one person I would love to face. Still a young kid, still got a lot of time in this business, and that would be Bojack.
Oh man, yes. I would
Yeah,
love to see that. She said, "Is Jenny said, is that the one in Hendersonville? No, it is in Rutherfordton, 217 Gilkey School Road, Rutherfordton, North Carolina."
they even have one in Hendersonville anymore? I don't
know.
think so.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that. And if I don't know, with all the research I do every day, yeah, I don't know who runs in Hendersonville, Jenny. We'd like to know that.
I know High Velocity used to run there, and I think that Uprise group ran there a couple times. But
Yep,
other
that
than
is
that, I
true.
don't think anybody does anymore.
That is true. That is true. All right. Well, let's get into our next segment. Let's have a little fun. Show everybody how Big Country wrestles. So let's go ahead and get this. I'm going to get this queued up before we do this. Window. There it is. Let me queue it up. All righty. All righty. I'm going to do the intro and then we're going to go right into it. When we come back, we'll be all set. So here's the intro. All right, there we go. Let's watch you wrestle. This is Big Country versus Jackson Cage. A couple of weeks ago, was this for the HWA Heavyweight Championship?
Yeah, I felt charitable that night. I treated him like a little Make-A-Wish kid, and I gave him a shot at the title.
Now you are going to hear a little bit of the sound since there's no music. I did put the sound, but it's not loud, so we can talk way over it. Because I'll be asking you questions during the match. What kind of match was this? Because it wasn't just any ordinary match.
This was a match that was my creation. It's called the Kingsman Rules match. It's the only way to win is pinfall. It's basically like a hardcore match, but it's my little spin on it.
I got you. All right, let's go. Let's watch it.
Yeah, you see, here's Jackson Cage starting off, kicking me in the nuts twice. Yeah, couldn't let me even get in the ring. Any man that's been hitting the nuts, knows how much it hurts. And then here he is, hitting me with this toothpick.
Oh, man, he's that. Them kendo sticks hurt, man. They will leave some welts.
They don't tickle.
He's going outside. Oh, bringing in the trash can now.
His natural home right there, the trash.
He's got things in the trash. He's got toys in the trash can too. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably his meth pipe.
Oh, that didn't feel good. Right across the temple. Oh, toe drop.
Yeah.
Getting the crowd riled up. You're not having a good time right here at the beginning.
No, sometimes you don't start.
Oh, he toe dropped you into. It looks like he toe dropped you into the trash can.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I was like the professional I am, the veteran that I am, I retreated to regain myself because
Right. Time out.
And then the sheeple out there want to run their mouth, so I'm talking.
Of course. Unfortunately, I wasn't there yet. I was still getting better, but I'm going back to HWA now. Those cake pans, those cookie pans. Oh, do not feel good. Oh, you had a fan got into the action.
I believe that's called assault there, Scott.
It is. They're not supposed to come over the ropes.
I need to get a picture of those fans and then maybe talk to the local authorities. I'd sue them, but it's not like I'd get anything.
You get a couple of dollars.
I'd get it, maybe a trailer.
Uh-oh. Here comes another one. Oh, no, right in the head. Oh!
Yeah, that little kid actually hit me harder than Jackson Cage did with that.
Oh, my.
Oh, see, I had enough of Jackson Cage's crap, and one shot, boom, he's down. I mean, how many times do you have to hit me with stuff to get me down?
Right.
Yeah, that just shows who the real man is.
Laid him out with a trash can lid, put a good dent into it. Oh,
yeah.
Wait a minute.
You got to teach him young to respect.
Can't hit the fans.
Hey, he hit me. Why can't I hit him?
I got you. Robert wants to know if you ever had a manager.
I've had a few managers.
Who was your favorite manager that you had?
It's got to be Father Darkness.
Oh, man, I miss Father Darkness.
Yeah, I've tried to talk him into coming back. I've had him a couple times real close, but
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him behind Jackson. I'm like, hell, get this kid back up. I'm tired of beating up a corpse.
Joseph Burns said Big Country versus Brian Cage, Sean Mercer, Wardlow, Gemstone, or Alexander Keys. Well, he's got you going up against everybody, doesn't he?
No kidding. Half of the AEW roster.
Right. Uh-oh. Now you got you a kendo stick.
Yeah.
It's payback time.
What's it? It's not funny when the rabbit has the gun,
That's right.
Oh, yeah. One shot shattered that thing. Look at it. Yeah. See, that's when a real man hits you with something.
Oh, look at that. That is great.
And what you're not going to be able to see, though, because the camera doesn't pan down like that, I just put the trash can lid over his little gonads and rung their little bells right there.
Ouch.
And then, I was done with it, so, I had to finish off the job. Bam. Oh, there's some souvenirs for the fans.
Now, again, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering why the referee's not counting, this is a no disqualification type match.
Plus, it's probably a referee from Roughton who doesn't know how to count to 3. Yeah, I think a few of them fans actually picked up pieces of that kendo stick and was using it as toothpicks.
Oh, snap.
They don't have a lot of teeth, so there's a lot of gaps.
Jenny Boo said, I have been there. I think she's talking about Hendersonville. I came to a benefit there. I didn't know Big Country was there now. You are mentioning some names that I have not heard. I have saw Big Country at a show in South Carolina for PWF. I can't remember who he wrestled. It was a great match.
I don't know. I wrestled a few people for that company.
And she also said there is a show in Hendersonville. I can't remember the name of it. A lady runs it. Yeah, you're talking about
Uprise.
Yeah, Uprise. That's Uprise Championship Wrestling. Robert wants to know, while we're watching you bring this chair in, has WWE or AEW called you?
No. I mean, I guess I don't have the stroke or the connections. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Have a seat. Yeah.
Ouch. That hurt me. I had to get up. Ooh.
Yeah, all them smiles when he was hitting you up before, they're all gone.
I can answer this one for you, Robert. He's not a nice guy. I'll just put it to you that way. Big Country does what he's got to do.
You piss anybody off, they're not a nice person.
That's it. Oh, you're getting all those fans, boy. They're jeering you.
Yeah, because they sound like cackling little chickens out there.
Uh-oh, got him picked up. Oh, low blow. But no disqualification. No disqualification. Yeah. No, your rules.
That's a little weird right there. He decided to go for the unmentionables.
Yeah. Oh. He's giving you a fight, though, I have to admit.
I mean, I don't know if he's tough or if he's too stupid to feel pain. I mean, I'm not sure which one it was. He ain't no stinger, though. I mean.
No, that wasn't a stinger splash, but it was effective. He says heels are more fun. Robert Brown said they are more fun. They're more fun to boo. Uh-oh. Oh, returned the favor. Gonna go to the. I mean, he picks the biggest part of you, right? I mean,
Well, everybody knows I've had hernia surgery, so you hit me in the stomach, it's actually a lot worse, you know.
oh, I didn't. Okay. Now what's he gonna do? He's trying to find something. What does he got? Nope. Just gonna crawl up, climb up, crawl up. Listen to me. Oh, he does have something in his hand. What is that?
I think he had the fork.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
he thought he was Abdullah the Butcher there for a second.
oh. He's trying to open you up with the fork, huh?
Yeah.
Mike Weldon, this show is at HWA, Heritage Wrestling Alliance 217, Gilkey School Road, Rutherford, North Carolina. They run every 2 weeks on a Saturday. I'll be showing a poster here toward the end of the show. And you see in the background, right behind Mr. Jackson Cage back there, you see Joey Godfrey watching you. You see Chris Hamrick watching you as he digs the fork into your head.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about those two.
Oh, my goodness. Well, right now, you're not looking too good there, country. I have to tell you.
I got a fork stabbed into my head, Scott. Come on. You see how you be feeling after you get a fork stabbed.
I wouldn't be feeling too good. But
I mean, most mortal men couldn't have taken the punishment that I had already taken, you know? And then he throws a knee to the back of my head, and he's like, "Oh, let me, you ain't pitting me, stupid."
Oh, he came close. That was a 2 count.
Look, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. All right.
Robert Brown wants to know, how old were you when Shawn Michaels put Marty through the glass?
I don't even. You got to tell me what year that was.
I was a teenager. I know that. I'm 52, so that'll tell you how long it's been.
Yeah, this man wants the fans to count along with him like they know how to count past 1.
Joseph Burns said, Scott, Big Country versus Scott Larson. Book it. No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, yeah. You want to play count along?
That hurt.
Yeah.
Mike Weldon said he's a worker there in Tennessee. Well, Mike, hit me up sometime on Facebook, and we'll get you on hashtag, man. Missy said, Big Country, you are a nasty bad guy when you want to be, but I think I prefer you when you are a good guy.
Yeah, well, that's over. They took me for granted too long, Missy.
Mike said, I was a teenager. Yeah, I think he said, okay.
I was born in 1980, so whatever year it was, that's how old I was.
Ooh, you're a young buck, man. I was born in 71.
Young buck. I'm like 80 in wrestling years.
Yeah, that's true too, but you're still going strong.
Scott? He hits me so many times and I never go down. But then I hit him once and he's down.
Right. I see that. Oh my, you're just checking his eyes.
Oh, man, he had something in his eye. If he could have caught one of those splinters from the kendo stick, you never know what's flying around that area. Those trashy people. You heard me Saturday. I was telling people to clean up their mess, man.
Yeah, you did. That was funny, dude. But that was the truth.
Seriously.
Mike Weldon said I was born in 75. Yeah, you're 4 years younger than me.
Now I'm trying to get the fans.
Oh, there you go.
They've lost all hope in the kid. They got all quiet,
Oh, my goodness. Jonathan Darwin said, glad to see you back on the air, Scott Larson. Hope all is well. It is, sir. And last night I used your opening. I appreciate you doing that for me. Robert Brown was born in 97. We're not going to ask any of the women watching to say their age. That's not polite. Oh, my goodness. He's not looking good now. Looks like you got the upper hand. Uh-oh, what are you going at?
To tell the truth, you don't look
I have to admit, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since I have not seen this match yet. Oh, he just walked back into the locker room.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? There's not enough stuff in that ring.
Oh, my goodness. You're going to get some Mike Weldon. Are they looking for workers? I tell you what, Mike, hit me up after the show and I'll tell you who to hit up, man. Hit me up on Facebook. Mama Hester said, I was told life doesn't start till you're 40. Anything before that is only practice. Hey, yeah, I've got a lot of practice then. Just saying. Yeah, Mike, hit me up after the show and I'll tell you who does the booking out there.
Yeah, I didn't bring that in the ring for nothing.
Uh-oh.
Bam. Yeah.
That hurt. That made him wince just a little bit.
I was practicing my chiropractic, Scott. I was trying to give him an adjustment. I just doing it the wrong way.
Robert Brown says he loves you as a heel, especially a killer heel. Yeah, he's doing some punishment right now. Let me tell you. At this point, Mr. Jackson does not want to be where he's at.
Yeah. And now because Joey Godfrey's too cheap to buy real tables,
I
had to Bob Vila and make my own, you know?
You had to improvise. I got you. Missy said she was there for the match and the end almost scared her. Uh-oh. I have not seen the ending yet, so don't give it away, Missy. I seriously have not seen this match. This is the first time I've watched it too. Oh, making it. Oh. That is some flimsy wood, isn't it?
I had to rip that off the walls in there. I was improvising.
Oh, he could barely get up off the floor, man. You did some damage.
That's what I do.
Robert Brown wants to know who you won the HWA Heavyweight Championship from.
Riddleman.
Ah, there you go, Riddleman. He was a bad guy himself.
Yeah. Compared to me, he was a little gnat.
Justin Splawn said Big Country has a habit of breaking arms also.
Hey, last time Justin Splawn messed with me, he got his broke, so.
There you go. Missy Childress said, unlike most wrestlers, I know kayfabe. Yeah, that's true.
I'm so intimidating to me. I made the ref help me get that straight. So, if that tells you anything.
Yeah, I thought the ref was supposed to be impartial.
Hey, he can be impartial or unconscious.
Okay, I got you.
I was telling him, man.
Oh, see, Joseph said the ref is cheating helping you with the chairs, man.
Yeah, well.
Uh-oh. That's a big setup.
Yeah, see, I was going to climb up, and then I smelled his breath, and it kind of threw me off. And he's biting me in the forehead right there. Weirdo. Must have slipped outside.
Oh, I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, neither did I.
But only a 2 count.
Exactly.
So you guys that are watching, give this match on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you say this match is? I just want to see what you would say. I give it a good 8, man. I give it a good 8. This is a good fight.
I mean, it's not your classic technical stuff. So.
Oh, Mike Weldon gave you a 10, man. Okay.
He's sick and sadistic. He likes violence. That's all it is.
Now you've got a big man and you're paying attention to the people outside. You don't want to do that.
He's got to garner the
oh no
encouragement from the people.
You brought out the wood just to get yourself hurt with it, man. What's up with that?
Sometimes it backfires,
Mike Weldon wants to know where you're from, Big Country.
Originally, I was born in Tucson, Arizona.
Wow, how'd you get all the way across to South Carolina, brother?
I hated my stepmother and did not want to commit murder.
Ah, okay. Well, good answer. Very good answer.
It was time for a change.
Joseph said he gives it a 7 just because the ref spot helping you took away from it.
Joseph who?
Joseph Burns.
Yeah, well.
He's an avid listener, man. Thanks for coming back, Joseph. Appreciate you being on, man.
Yeah, this little man brought rocks, probably from the front of his trailer. And
he did. He just dumped out a bunch of rocks. What is he gonna do? Oh my! Did he seriously think he was gonna make that happen?
Oh, he seriously thought. Now he seriously gets his butt kicked.
Oh, rock bottom right into the rocks.
Yeah, you want the rocks? You got the rocks.
That's right.
Most of those fans, the only rocks they know are the ones you smoke.
Oh, snap. Mike said, I used to work with a worker named Big Country out of Memphis. Man, we're going to talk about the name because Big Country does not like his name. He didn't like it from the beginning, but it stuck.
To stick it to Chris Hamrick, I gave my old Chris Hamrick power driver on that trash can.
And there you go. Hands down. There it is. Very good match. Got to give that to you. That was some good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Let me get back to the regular backdrop there. There we go. Yeah, great match. I definitely give it an A. That was awesome. Mike said he also loves hardcore matches. Yes, it was called the Kingsman's match because that's what that's the name of the group, that Big Country. That is a question. I don't know if you lead or not. We're going to get to that here in just a second. As a matter of fact, we're going to do that right now. So Saturday at HWA, you mentioned Chris Hamrick coming out and causing you some problems in your match. Then a masked referee came out dancing around the ring because the ref in your guys' match got apparently took a bump and got knocked out. And then the referee did something to Chris Hamrick, and it was revealed that the referee was none other than Chase Loveless. Correct me if I'm getting any of this wrong. Afterwards, you guys commenced to beating down Chris Hamrick, where, correct me if I'm wrong again, it looked like Chase Loveless was barking orders, and you guys were following him. So is he the leader? Are you the leader? Who runs the Kingsman? That's my question.
This is what people do. They want to sit there and they want to try to drive a little wedges. No. We are a cohesive unit. We are equal members. Nobody's the leader. I'm the heavyweight champion, yes.
That's all that's left. That's all that's left, Big Country.
And what I do is it ain't no fun if your friends can't have none. So if somebody wants to do something, I was going to wrap that chair around Chris' head. It's probably better that I didn't do it because, if I'd have done it, his head probably would have went in like a turtle when his head goes in the shell.
Right.
And Chase, for the longest time, Chris was Chase's mentor, but I think Chris took him for granted. See, yeah, he started treating him like he was a young boy, like he was, he owed him something. Chase was talented. People just didn't see it. And
I never took away from Chase. I just his attitude, and his attitude hasn't gotten any better.
But see, he had attitude because he wasn't being used to his full potential. See, you have to know how to talk to Chase. And I went to Chase and I showed him that he was trying to garner the encouragement and the approval of the sheeple of HWA. And once you realize that you don't need that anymore, that you can beat your own drum, you don't have to approve to them, it changes you. And he saw that. I said, man, really, honestly, what is Chris doing for you anymore? You ain't Mid-Atlantic champion. They stuck a stupid gimmick on you, and you're not happy. I said, come with me, come with the Kingsman, and we'll show you that it's euphoric. It sets you free. And instead of me taking away that from him by hitting Chris with that chair,
right?
He said, let me do it. I'm not going to deny that kid his birthright, his honor of doing that. So, I gave him the chair. And I was just going to leave it at that. But then you know what? He had a good idea. He said, Country, package power drive him on the chair. Because, see, Scott, I know you ain't been there for a while, but for the past few weeks, to try to beat some sense into that kid, I was on the regular package pile driving chase on chairs while
Okay.
HWA sat back and did nothing. See, he saw that. He was like, wow, all these other good guys, if they're getting beat down, people come to the rescue. But I'm sitting out here getting my butt handed to me week after week, and ain't nobody lifting a finger. All Joey Godfrey's trying to do is, pull tricks on country and do stuff like that. But he's not worried about my health, my well-being. So you know what? Take the dude that I thought was, my mentor and destroy him. Wasn't he was barking orders? Somebody has a good idea, speak up. That's what a good unit does,
That is true. That is very
So
true.
he had a good idea. We put him on that chair. And then Warhammer decides to come out with his I'm trying to make up for some type of shortness hammer. And, we got out of the ring because ain't no idiot want to get hit with that stupid hammer.
Right.
But we also left Chris Hamrick a bloody mess. And Warhammer, without his guaranteed HWA title, like Joey Godfrey told everybody. Joey Godfrey was telling fans that he guaranteed that I would not leave out of that building with this over my shoulder.
Missy Childers said you didn't show the end of the match. So what happened after the end of the match that I'm missing? She said she got scared.
Oh, see, during Jackson Cage's promo, he decided to use symbolism and burn a Punisher shirt and showing that he was going to put an end to me and the Kingsman. Well, I just get straight to the point. I brought out a gas can and I was going to light his butt on fire. But
okay, I got
you. Joey played that stupid Warhammer's music. Well, we now know it's Warhammer. Before we had no idea whose music it was. Played his music, got me distracted. They scurried him out of the ring, and I wasn't able to have my own little, cannibal barbecue.
Oh, I got you. That would have scared me too, Missy. I have to admit. She said
I wasn't trying to light Missy on fire. It was Jackson.
She said you tried to set Jackson on fire. There you go.
Nobody would have missed him. I mean, his meth dealer might have missed him, but
Joseph said, "Did you ask Big Country if he can read?" Very brave. I didn't. It wasn't me that did that. I think Ben Wright asked you that.
Can I read?
Yeah, if you could read, because he was saying he's going to be the next tag team champions. Joseph said, despite Big Country being a heel, he is the type of leader you want in the locker room. I will second that. Robert Brown said, did you ever wrestle anyone that went to WWE or AEW?
I've been in the ring with guys ranging from Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. I've tagged with Tommy Wildfire Rich, Sam Houston. I've wrestled Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Matt Hardy, the Maestro. I mean,
Didn't you have a match? I could have swore you had a match with what was his name? Gosh darn it. I just went blank. But he comes out with the stars over his eyes. Big man.
The Barbarian?
A Barbarian, yes. You had a match with the Barbarian, didn't you?
I've wrestled Barb many times.
There you go. I don't know why Barbarian slipped my mind. I just couldn't think of it. I saw his face in my head, but I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, that's right.
Missy, when you were talking all that stuff about what you had did last week and why, she said, Big Country, I'm shaking my head. What made you come up with the Southern Punisher? Good question, Luke Childers. What made you come up with that part of your name, the Southern Punisher?
Well, the Punisher was mine and my dad's favorite comic book character when I was growing up. And there was a wrestler who I was feuding with at the time. His name was the Southern Savior, John Schuyler. And to kind of turn that into my favor, instead of the Savior, I was the Southern Punisher.
I got you. So you're going to Southern punish the Southern Savior.
Then it just stuck, you know.
Oh, well, that's very good. Man, they got some good questions coming up. How did the Kingsman come about? Robert wants to know.
Well, I mean, I've known Matt Burns and Kilgore for a long time. I've just here recently gotten introduced to Dalton Riggs. Fine martial arts expert. I mean, man is ridiculous when it comes to martial arts.
Yes.
And we came together and we were like, guys, we all are pissed off at this company. We all know that this company is not using us to our full potential. They were treating me like a joke when I came back and sticking me with guys like Striker and having me wrestle Ice Cream Truck. And it was just like, you know, I've been with that company since its inception. And I,
Right.
like a kid going to school, I put him in my backpack and I carried that company on my back. Probably one of the reasons why I have so many health problems. But we realized our mutual hatred, why not use it to our advantage? And we decided to form the group. And the Kingsman was actually an idea of Matt Burns, and I liked it. Like I said, we're equal opportunity, equal parts in this group. And if somebody has a good idea, voice it. We vote on it. There we go.
I love it. Well, we're going to get to our next two segments. We got about 10 minutes for the hour-long show, but me and Country never go an hour. It's always a little bit longer. So hopefully you got a little bit of time for us, Country.
Yeah, I've got all the time in the world, man.
All right. So we're going to do this next segment is this is a brand new segment to Hashtag Truth. This one's called Video Question of the Day, where we're going to have fans videoing a question, sending it to me, just one question. And this is the one for you. So here we go. Video question of the day.
Hello everyone, my name is Destiny Larson, and I have a question for Big Country. Do you miss tag teaming with Little City?
Oh, the question of the day from my daughter, Destiny Larson. Do you miss tag teaming with Little City?
You mean, do I miss carrying that little sack of bones, making him popular, you know, when on his own he would be nothing? No, I don't.
Oh, wow.
I don't.
You guys were once tag team champions, I do believe, were you
We
not?
were multiple time tag team champions, but I mean, you stick anybody with me, we're going to become tag team champions. I mean,
Oh man, I got you. That is true. Robert Brown wants to know, can he ask you what year you wrestled Matt Hardy and who won?
oh, Matt Hardy, I'm trying to remember what year that was. That was for XWW in Charlotte, North Carolina at Tremont Music Hall.
Wow.
My memory isn't what it used to be. I do get hit in the head a lot, so you know there is all that. But I'd have to look back on my YouTube. Actually,
Well, there you
there
go.
was really no winner. I got pissed off at the referee because he was like the referees there in Ruffton. He doesn't know how to count to three. And I finished Matt Hardy off with the greetings from Asbury Park, Bam Bam's old finishing move. And the ref counted 1, 2, and then he forgot where he was. And Matt Hardy, you know, was able to kick out. And so I got pissed off and I put my size 15 up his jaw. And they wanted to throw the match out because of it. I mean,
They disqualified you for putting your hands on the ref. Wow.
no, I think what it really was is they didn't want me to beat the legendary Matt Hardy, so they screwed me over in that match. I was the heavyweight champion of that company. Go figure.
You've been heavyweight champion at many places, my friend. Big Country, don't get me wrong, and this is Missy saying this. Big Country, don't get me wrong. I don't always agree with your actions, but I will always respect you. You're a great wrestler, and I always enjoy seeing your matches. I always appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Missy. That's why I love and respect you.
There you go. All right, we're gonna get to the last segment of the show. This is one of my favorites. I've redone this one. What those of you who are used to watching Hashtag Truth know that we do a segment called Name Drop. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to hit the name drop intro. I'm going to get everything set up, all the intros going on, and then we're going to show Big Country 5 pictures of wrestlers, one at a time, and he's going to tell us what he thinks of them. That's the name drop. So we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I am going to play a video. I'm going to pause it, of course, once a picture comes up with the person on it. Then you will tell me what you think of them. So the first person is Savage Kincaid.
Psychotic. The man
So
stabbed me in the head with a bone and was always trying to bite me all the time.
I believe he busted you wide open during a match. You and him had some kind of no disqualification match. I believe, didn't he hit you with the bone and you were like bleeding so bad you had to call the match?
He didn't hit me. He prison shanked me with that thing. He broke that thing on me and then stabbed me in the forehead with it.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome. So would you like to have more matches with Savage Kincaid? Is he no?
No.
For those of you who don't know who Savage Kincaid is, he comes out as a savage and he acts like he wants to eat people, and we call him Num Num because that's part of what he says. He's a man of a few words, and one of them is Num Num, and then he'll grab somebody and bite them. So
yeah, he's like Kamala on crack. No,
exactly.
No, keep that man far away from me.
All right, let's go on to number 2. We'll let it play till the next picture comes up. They're like 10 seconds apart. All right, come on. Play. There we go. Whiskey Business.
Drunk.
Drunk, huh?
I know.
Johnny Ryder and his best friend there. Have you ever tagged against them?
Yeah, I think I've tagged against him many times. I've wrestled Johnny half of my career.
Okay.
Just recently, I've started, having matches with Braden. But the men always have a flask in their pocket. I mean, they might need to go to some meetings.
They come out. They come out with that flash drinking, man.
Yeah, they might need to go to some meetings. That's all I'm saying.
I that very true. Joseph, when we were showing Savage Kincaid, you said Savage needs a push-up, bro. That's funny. That's good stuff. All right, let's go on to number 3 then. Let me go back over here. Okay. Name number 3. Who is it going to be? Mr. Chris Hamrick. Mr. ECW himself.
Easily forgettable.
Easily forgettable? Is that what you said? Oh,
that's going to be his name after April 6th because ain't nobody going to remember him.
Okay.
They're going to remember him as the guy that me and Chase Lovelace beat up.
Okay, I got you. Well, you have seen his promos that he has been putting out here lately. I believe
he acts like he's trying to find Chase Lovelace. He's not looking at it. If he's looking in the woods, Chase is not some
he's not
vagrant,
he's not wrong, Big Country. He's not wrong. Chase comes out of anywhere, and you know it.
Yeah, and so does Chris. He came out of nowhere and stuck his nose in my business, and that's why I had to open up a cavern on his forehead.
Touche. All right, let's see whose name comes up next. Who's number 4 on the list?
Make it quick. I'm tired of looking at that picture. Jesus.
OVR. Matt Burns and Dalton Riggs.
Legend and future legend.
Wow.
And they're Kingsmen. See that? Yeah. My boys.
And they were tag team champions, and you didn't say too much about that either, but I'm going to let it slide.
Look, like I said, there's a reason why Ric Flair was the 16-time world champ, because he had to lose it 17 other times to be the 16-time world champ. So nobody is undefeated. Nobody has ever not been defeated.
So am I hearing out of the heavyweight champion of HWA that it's the OVR will be tag team champions pretty soon again? Is that what I'm hearing?
Of course.
Okay.
That's why we are the Kingsmen.
I got you. Oh, this last name is going to be a doozy. I'm going to love this one. I hope
it's Joey Godfrey. I swear to God, I'm throwing my phone across his kitchen.
Start throwing, buddy.
Brain dead Money Mark.
Brain dead Money Mark. Joey
the man that pays me to beat up jabronis. He thinks he's so smart, but he's not. We just let him think he is, so he'll keep paying the bills, you know.
Oh my gosh. There you go. There there was name drop. I knew that last one. I shouldn't have gave you that hint, man.
I might as well go play the lottery, Scott, because I mean I must be psychic. I knew exactly. I had to know.
Well, I
If he
threw
wasn't
the
one of
hints
the
out
first
there.
four,
I
I
can't
figured he
wait
was
to hear what you
somewhere.
had to say about this one. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, I knew he had to be in there somewhere.
Right? Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So, all right. Everybody was asking earlier in the show. Let's see if I am caught up on all the comments. Everybody was asking earlier in the show about where you're going to be at. So, let's go ahead and get right into the last segment. All right, it's time to show some posters. We do have something. Robert said, Scott, when you get a chance, check out Dragon DDT, Wrestle Tati, Farside TV, and King Leah Picasso. I definitely will, Robert. Do me a favor, man. Send those names to me in a message on Facebook. That way I don't forget them. All right? Appreciate it, brother. And let's go to some posters now. Let me find them first. Yeah, would help if I find them. All right. First of all, we're gonna start right off with where Big Country is gonna be soon. Heritage Wrestling Alliance, 217 Gilkey School Road, Rutherford, North Carolina. Saturday, April the 6th. High Flying Chris Hamrick will be in action in a tag team match against you, I believe. And all the other superstars you see there will be in action also. You're in a tag team match coming up at that HWA show. I believe it's you and Chase Loveless versus Warhammer and Chris Hamrick.
Yeah, see, Chase loved the little bit of piece he got of Chris Hamrick, and he's like, man, I got to give me some more of that. And I was like, you know what? I'm the champ. I'll make it happen. So I grabbed that microphone, and before Joey come up with another stupid, harebrained idea, I challenged Chris Hamrick and Warhammer to a tag team match because they were going to be like, oh, they're afraid of us. No, I'm going to squash that.
Now wait a minute. Now I heard of some people. Now I'm out there with the fans, and I have my ear to the ground all the time. You know that. First thing that was told to me by somebody that was a fan sitting near me, he kind of leaned over to me and goes, "Oh, that's how Big Country's going to protect his World Heavyweight Championship is he's going to keep himself in tag team titles, so that way he can't be in a match." So, do you take that? Is that what you're doing here? Instead of giving Warhammer a rematch with no outside interference, are you just a tag team match so your HWA title stays safe?
Warhammer did not defeat me. Why would I give him a rematch?
Well, the match was called. The match was called.
Joey seems to think that he just gives people title shots. Nobody has to earn anything anymore. All you have to do is just, play the little Joey, and he gives you a title shot. Oh, yeah, I hate country too. Give me a title shot. That's not how things work. You're supposed to work your way up to the heavyweight title. The man hasn't been around for a year and a half. He ain't beat nobody. I mean, so why bring him in and just automatically give him a title shot? But you know what? Joey pays the bills. I'm the champ. I fight whoever is put in front of me. So they threw him in front of me. He didn't beat me. So guess what? You don't get an automatic rematch just because, I didn't pin you. No, you did not beat me. This was still on my shoulder. So guess what? You got to work for it now. But I try to kill two birds with one stone instead of, a singles match of me and Warhammer and a singles match of Chris and Chase. I figure, you know what? Let's kill two birds with one stone. Take care of both of them in one night. So that's why me and Chase Loveless are going to get together. We're going to beat the crap out of Warhammer like I already did. We're going to beat the crap out of Chris Hamrick and leave him leaking. He's going to need an even bigger towel to clean up the mess we make this time. I mean, that thing's going to have to be huge. It's going to probably be the size of that canvas in there to wrap around his head to keep that sucker from bleeding out. So April 6th, we're going to take care of the has-been. And we're going to squash out the Warhammer before he even gets traction underneath it,
If you want to know everything that's going on, if you want to know everything that's going on HWA, you can go to their Facebook page, HWA Heritage Wrestling Alliance, and you'll see all the posters, you'll see all the promos and things like that. And without a doubt. So we're going to get to the rest of the posters right away. APW, the Asylum, every Friday night. Doors open 7, bell time 8 o'clock, 122 Builders Court Road, Boiling Springs. You don't want to miss any of the action out at the Asylum. Go check them out. Front row seats are $15, adults $10, 6 to 12, 5, and 5 and under are free. Also, Wrestling Evolution and Air Force One presents Danger Zone, Saturday, April 13th at Cross Country Campgrounds in Denver, North Carolina. That's Denver, North Carolina, folks. NWA, who would not want to see Mr. Heath Slater, one of the old WWE superstars? NWA is going to have him at the baseball team fundraiser Saturday, April 20th at the Buford High School in Lancaster, South Carolina. Doors open 6, bell time 7. Front row 15, general admission 10, 6 to 12, $5 and $5 or ages 5 and under are free. Sorry about that. Viral Pro Wrestling in Augusta, Georgia's All or Nothing is April 20th. Doors open 6:30, bell time at 7 at the Warren Road Community Center. You don't want to miss that. Also, New Millennium Championship Wrestling is coming back. Kings Mountain Armory, 200 Pfeiffer Road, Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Doors open 6, bell time 7. That's going to be April 13th, and it's $10 at the door. And last but not least, this show, WASP has its Spring Stampede coming April 20th at the Forge Creek Community Center. Doors open 6 p.m., bell time 7. For all information, go check out WASP on Facebook. It's at 3252 Forge Creek Road. Tickets are $8. Children 6 to 12, 5, and children 5 and under are free. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any other posters out there that you want seen on Hashtag Truth, just get a hold of me on Facebook and we'll get them on here without a doubt. Big Country, you look like you are relaxing, man.
Hey, man, when you're the champ, that's all you do is relax.
Missy said she wants a title match.
Missy. You know, all you got to do is go over to Joey and tell him you hate me, and he'll give you a match. He's easy like that.
Oh my goodness, I got you, man. So tell everybody, Big Country, where they can find out where you're going to be wrestling. Tell them your social media sites and things like that, so they can keep up with Big Country.
You can go on my fan page, Southern Punisher Big Country on Facebook. You know, I'm always.
And if you want to see matches, look up Southern. Listen to me, Big Country on YouTube, and a lot of his matches will pop up. Now there are more than one Big Country, I will say that, but if you want the real Big Country, go check out this Big Country when you see him on the video on YouTube. And that's how we're gonna end the show, man. You got the name Big Country years ago. Tell us how you got it, because I've heard this story before. I love this story. Tell us how you got it and why you seriously don't like it.
My first ever wrestling manager was a man named Big Business James McComb, and it was in Chester, South Carolina, and we were coming up with the name, and he goes, "Well, you're a big guy, and Chester's out the country, so let's just call you Big Country." And I was naive at the time. If I knew then what I knew now, I would have hauled off and put 5 across his eye and said no.
If you knew there was 15 Big Countries out there, you would have never done
15, Scott, there's like 15,000 big countries.
Well, I was being generous.
Literally, my inbox started blowing up with guys talking about suing me for ripping off their gimmick and blah, 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 blah. I've had guys show up at shows calling them they're the real Big Country. They're going to fight me for the name, and
Yeah. So if you want the right one on Facebook, look up Big Country Robert Ordway. That way you get the right one.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Oh man, I appreciate you coming on, man. It's always a pleasure when you come on here. I can't wait to see the tag team match on April the 6th. We will definitely be there with bells on. And I'm going to let you have the last word, man. Anything you want to say to Warhammer and Chris Hamrick before we go?
Yeah, Chris, I hope they got you that spot in that nursing home. Warhammer, I really hope whatever money Joey Godfrey's paying you to try to take me out is worth it, because what me and Chris, what me and Chase Loveless have prepared for y'all on April 6th, you're going to need it.
There you have it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of here. Big Country, HWA Heavyweight champion, part of the Kingsmen. You don't want to miss any of the action out there. I'll put the poster up one more time. Heritage Wrestling Alliance, 217 Gibson School Road, Rutherford, North Carolina. Saturday, April the 6th, you'll see Big Country tagging with Chase Lovelace versus Chris Hamrick and his partner, the Warhammer. So without a doubt. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Hashtag Truth is back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can see it both right here on this Facebook page. And if you would please, if you haven't already, go to YouTube, look up Hashtag Truth Wrestling Podcast and subscribe. I'm looking to get 1,000 subscribers this year. That will help me out a lot. So we're going to get out of here. Big Country is the HWA Heavyweight Champion, and he says nobody can take it from him. And that is the Hashtag Truth. Good night, everybody.